Hi everyone. If you don't already know, my name is Jase Anzo, and this is going to be the first hyper vlog video. Thank you guys for joining. I'm going to try to make one of these videos once per week or once every 2 weeks. I'll do my best, you guys. And in these videos, I'm going to talk everything that is hyper with the token talks, the app launch that we're expecting sometime in Q1 2024. But no price predictions. I don't want to talk about price predictions. That's off the table. Maybe the only thing I'll be talking about concerning with the token is functionality and how the nodes will work and all that. So I don't know if current prices is relevant because that's tangible, right? So without further ado, I'd like to share you guys where I'm from and who I am. To start, I'm from Riverside, California, born and raised. I'm an OC baby. And I'm here now in Florida. I live here with my wife. It's been an incredible journey. I work in the cell phone industry, and I've been in the cell phone industry for the past 10 years. I've done my share of mistakes, flaws, and all that, but it has been such incredible journey, starting from where I started with the first iPods and the iPhones and all that. I was probably in with the first waivers, because in that time frame iPhone had just came out 2007, and I started in 3 years later, 2010, and it's been 13 years, almost 14, since I've been working and repairing iPhones, and that goes along with Samsungs and tablets, all of that. But we're not going to get into that. We are going to be talking about Hyprr here, and I first stumbled into Hyprr back in 2020, the summer of 2020. If I could go back in time, it was COVID, and I remember my uncle, because at the time I really wanted to get into a new business, and what I wanted to do was a video game rental service. I know it's crazy. It was 2020 and I wanted to do something fun, and I couldn't because COVID. We couldn't have social gatherings anymore. Everybody was, in a jailhouse in their own property, and we couldn't see each other. No family members, no friends, nothing. It sucked. And here in the United States, it was a rather of a challenging time, But it was that time that I, got into Hyprr. It was my first time getting involved, and I started putting some of my financing, my investments into Hyprr, and it's been quite of a journey being with you guys. And I've been certainly the ups and downs and downs of Hyprr. Look, Hyprr at one point was just was dead. It was in the brink of death at one point. And it's incredible where we're at right now, really, honestly, because I give credit for you guys and also Jason Sibley, our current CEO, who we've all been able to resuscitate Hyprr from what it was a year ago. And I know that Hyprr was not in a good place at that time. It was probably at its worst ever. And it was probably the best time to invest. Why? Because I said to myself, and it's a huge risk. Like with anything else, altcoins is a huge risk, and this is a altcoin project. It was a huge risk. And I said to myself, well, how low can it go? Because any lower, this project is pretty much dead. So I said to myself, if it tanks, oh well, no harm, no harm, no foul, whatever the saying is. And I said to myself, I'm just gonna, dabble a little bit, and I feel so happy that I did, because after that time, and that during that time, I felt like it was just nothing but up. And yes, I believe, and I truly believe we're off to a much, much better place than we were a year ago. I feel that 2023 2023 for me was all about transitioning and migration, because as you know, over a year ago we were known as the UDO token, and now we are HypeX, which is a lot better of a name. And before I even go any further, if you guys are wondering what is this in my background, well, this is my office room, and here is some pudgy penguins, and I have a little short story to tell you guys shortly in the video. I'll share you guys everything that you see in the background of the video. Yeah, including that face mask. But anyways, a year ago when Hyprr 2023 going into 2023, as I can, how I've experienced it, like I said, we've done through transitioning, we've gone through HypeX, and now we're going through a relaunching phase through Hyprr. I know that all of us had an Hyprr account, a account that we've all, put our data in. We tried. It was kind of like for me, I saw it like a demo. Like this is awesome. This is fun. This is the future of decentralized social media. And yes, there are other applications that are competing with what we have going on. There's other applications that they're doing kind of similarly the same things, and good for them, because we must have good competition, right? I feel like competition is always good, and none better. The ones that I feel that is the top in its reign, this is my opinion, this is what I think, is X, formerly known as Twitter. I believe Elon Musk is really taking on forth the future of decentralized social media. And not that Twitter is by no means is a decentralized, it's very much a centralized social media application, but he's really putting forth that ideas, and one of which DSO is one of them that is really climbing the charts. It's taking lead on this. I still feel that X is the leader, and probably the second one down would be DSO. And there's other social media platforms that is really gaining traction. This SocialFi stuff is crazy stuff. So the way I see it is, if these other applications do good, these other platforms do good, we do good. Why? Because it's the narrative. Look what happened with the metaverse. Look at what happened with that whole Axie Infinity stuff. That was some incredible stuff. If you guys were there, you know what I'm talking about. Look what happened with the meme coins. Look at Doge, what happened with 2021, and what followed after Doge. It was Shiba Inu. And I remember when Doge was at 5 cents and Hyprr was at 5 cents, or more rather was UDO. UDO was at 5 cents, and I could have been like, I should switch over to Doge. But I never did. I have never, ever touched my holdings for Hyprr. I've always only accumulated. I've always only dollar cost averaged in, and no financial advice or anything. I truly believe in this narrative, in the SocialFi narrative, and I truly believe that by 2030, it's gonna be a whole different realm. We probably won't even recognize it, right? And for our current CEO, Jason Sibley, this guy, what a guy. He really is passionate about social media, and he's made it well known that he's looking for a new CEO for our platform, but he's gonna still be remaining in as part of like the advisory group. You know, he's gonna be very much part of the project, and I know that for once I do have an amazing story about Jason. So to start off, I had the utmost pleasure and honor to be with what was it called? Which is what is behind me, the Punching Penguins party. I had the honor. Jason, of course, he was the one who did most of the groundwork, but he was able to get us, me and my wife, of course. He was able to get us 2 VIP tickets to enter the Pudgy party, and me and my wife went. There was a line right there, long line, and there in the front of the line was Luca, not the founder, but the one who took over the Pudgy platform, the project, and he's taken it far beyond than anybody has ever imagined. And there was a host of people, incredible and talented people, and believe it or not, even Ben Armstrong was there. It was incredible. It was crazy. All these people were there. It's like, wow, I've never been in this kind of crowd before in my life. So that was a neat experience. But the best part of going to the Pudgy party was getting to have the pleasure of having dinner with our current CEO, Jason Sibley. Man, I'll never forget that night. We had dinner at an Italian restaurant. The food was amazing. And did we talk a lot about Hyprr? A little bit. But it was just a very, very, it was a pleasure. A human interactive of 2 entities excited about life, and Hyprr is what got us together, and that's why we're here, right? And the energy, the love, and the passion that Jason has for all of us, he really does care about our all of us, and us, the token holders especially, because he knows that we've all been there since the beginning, you know? So he's the one who's fighting for us, and he's always wanted to make sure that us, the token holders, are in good hands, right? So my excitement for Hyprr, the platform, the application, is that coming next year, the way I see 2024 is that what's going to happen, the application is going to launch. That's going to be sometime in Q1 2024. It may be January, maybe February. And once that happens, I believe that all of like 2023, it was more of a transitional year from the UDO token to the HypeX token, and reformatting the Hyprr app to where it is right now. And then 2024 is more like onboarding content creators, some influencers here and there, but it's not really about mass adoption or anything like that. I truly just believe getting those important people established in the application, and that's what I believe what 2024 will bring for us, which will turn into 2025, where we're going to start seeing that mass adoption. I truly believe, I could be wrong, but I believe by sometime in 2025, we're going to have 1 million subscribers. And that's the goal we should have. And I said it here first. On this video, we're going to have 1 million subscribers by 2025. And I mean, that's the best I can say for this application, because the more people know about this application, the more subscribers that we have in this platform, that we have this incredible platform, is something that is to be foreseen, and I'm super excited about it. One of the news that came out last week I wanted to talk to you guys about is within the application of HypeX or Hyprr, the Udo, the previously known Udo, now what's happening when the app comes out, there was an announcement that happened. Jason Sibley had announced us, the community. A number of you are asking what's happening with the app. Well, it's good, but it's taken some time in order to take advantage of the current climate of SocialFi. We are implementing the HypeX token into Hyprr private blockchain and app. So the relaunched Hyprr will have the Hype stablecoin, although we are considering renaming this to HUSD or similar, as we will be adding GBP and EUR, etc. at some point, and the HypeX token. So pretty much we're going to have a stablecoin in the Hyprr application, in the Hyprr social media application. That's incredible, you guys. I'm super excited about that, and it makes it a lot more easier for our content creators to earn and create and have some sort of value for what they're getting in the application. This will not increase supply, as we will bridge tokens and maintain the balance, but it gives us the opportunity to reward engagement in the app with tokens. We'll update more on the implementation plan, but the principle is that new users will be able to perform actions to earn tokens, and these will be shown in their wallets, but locked for a defined period, minimum 6 months. We will update the white paper and roadmap to reflect this change, but we think it's vital to have not only an incentive for creators, but new users and more to follow. And Theo, if you're watching this, it's because of you, man. You came up with an amazing stablecoin name, and we all agreed upon it. We're calling the stablecoin USDX. That's an awesome name. Awesome name. I couldn't have never thought of anything better. So for anybody else interested, and me in the community, we are all such participants. I wanted to talk about the community advisors. I wanted to say to you guys, thank you. Before I close the video and finish it off, I wanted to say thank you. Thank you for having me be a part of the council member. I was actually voted last in place. I was the fifth final person that made it in the council member group. And I am just so thankful for you guys who had voted for me to be a part of the council group. I never thought that would happen. I never thought I would get to have dinner with our CEO. And he's the first person that I've actually met within the community. And if there's any consolation, I know that it hasn't been easy, but I have nothing but excitement for what we have going on. There's no other application quite like us, and I've always wanted to be a part of something that not a lot of people know about. It's the same philosophy what I do with my work. I don't like doing. I've been in the cell phone repair business for more than 10 years, and I don't like doing what others are doing. I like to be kind of unique to my own, and that's where I see Hyprr. Hyprr is unique on its own rhythm. It has something very valuable to offer, but it's again also its own thing, and it separates itself from all the other platforms. So I have truly high hopes for this application, and I truly believe this application is really going to capitalize on what's going to happen in the future with SocialFi. So without anything else, for the next video, I'm going to be talking to the members of the council group. Andy's going to be one of them. And we're going to be sharing some news and topics to talk about for the next video. All right, you guys, thank you for staying with me this long. For the next video, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.
Just give us 5 minutes and we can resume the conversation. I promise what you're going to see here is going to be pretty cool. It's going to be worth it. Before we get started, I just want to say thank you for everybody showing out. We are here because of every single person in this room. So I just want to give a round of applause for everybody who supports the huddle. This one's for you guys. Secondly, I just want to give a huge shout out to our sponsors for making this event happen. First and foremost, HypeX has been nothing short of an amazing partner. They're actually powering some of this experience that you're going to see here as we bring blockchain technology to the masses. So shout out to ZK I mean, the face of Web3, the face of everything. I really appreciate the community.